Hello, everyone. This is Kendrick Dix for the Pro Wrestling Show. Coming up here, we talk about the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report, the Raw before WrestleMania. Coming up, you see right here, the Rock beat down Cody Rhodes last week to get the Mama Rose. Coming up, the Great One has something in store for Cody as he brings along the undisputed champion Roman Reigns. The Rock brings along Cody Roman Reigns, and what a Raw they had tonight. Coming up, only 5 days away. The final boss, The Rock, the Tribal Chief, kick off Monday Night Raw on their commercial-free edition of Raw. Plus, also too, coming up, a preview of WrestleMania for the Tag Team Championship ladder match. You see a lot of tag teams jockeying for position for a chance to get themselves ready. We'll talk about that coming up. Let me show it right quick. There you go. On the Judgment Day and DI combined takes on the Judgment Day. Balor and Priest take on two of their challengers at WrestleMania. We'll talk about it coming up. And will Sami Zayn learn from his loss and defeat from Big Bronson Reed prior to his massive Intercontinental Championship match against the Ring General Gunther? We'll get to that coming up as well. Plus, too, Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae, still with those bullying tactics. Bullying Maxine Dupree. Candice LeRae teams over in the Hartwell once again to take on the team of Maxine Dupree and Ivory Nile one-on-one. Ooh, it was going to be juicy and all that stuff too. Plus, we getting to tell what in the heck is this rapper right here. You see, he's going to come. Lil Wayne, the Grammy-nominated star, Lil Wayne comes on the Raw. I was shocked and surprised Lil Wayne showed up. Also, too, in Wrestling Hot Topics, we got video input and pieces of CM Punk's interview that he did earlier today with Ariel Hane, the MMA Hour, and he revealed a lot. He revealed about AEW. He revealed about WWE returning back to WWE. Was he reluctant coming back to WWE? Man, we'll get that. CM Punk had a lot to say. I watched the interview. It was almost 2 hours of worth footage of the interview that CM Punk did. You won't believe what he said. And two, coming up, also too, we get to this Bray Wyatt. Roman Reigns. Let's get Roman Reigns. He did his biography. Roman Reigns revealed something shocking that if something happens at WrestleMania that you won't believe, and it got concerning the Undisputed Championship with him and Cody. Cody finished his story. We'll talk about it coming up. Also, too, it's been a wrestling content day as well. Bray Wyatt, Peacock release and WWE release, Bray Wyatt becoming immortal. The life and times of Bray Wyatt, the late star, his career, and to his untimely passing. We get to Bray Wyatt coming up. Man, it was a really content-filled day. We're going to get things started here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll kick things off right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you join us here for the Raw Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation. Use the hashtag Pro Wrestling here. We are 5 days away until WrestleMania. Don't forget, WrestleMania is this Saturday, this weekend. Saturday and Sunday. What a WrestleMania lineup we have for you here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to tell you a little bit what the schedule is for the Pro Wrestling Show. What this WrestleMania lineup, or what a WrestleMania lineup this is going to be. You got the final boss, The Rock. But, this is the WrestleMania lineup right here. You're going to see the Raw Ring Report, what we're doing right now, the NXT Ring Report, the SmackDown Ring Report, the NXT Stand and Deliver, predict the outcome, as well as WrestleMania, predict the outcome for WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. What a WrestleMania this is going to be coming forward. I mean, it's going to be a big WrestleMania right here. We're marching to WrestleMania this week. It's the March to WrestleMania week this week. And we thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. We saw what The Rock did last week The People's Champion, The Rock, did what he did, beating up Cody Rhodes last week, beating him up to a pubble, leaving Cody the way he did. Well, The Rock and Roman Reigns kicked off Raw, starting off with a commercial-free edition of Raw, and The Rock and Roman laying down the law, talking about their WrestleMania opponents, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. You know, the Cody Rhodes got beat up so bad and beaten so bad and tenderly and stuff that they said Cody wasn't gonna show up. I mean, that's just Cody just being Cody, and he's gonna show up eventually and stuff. But The Rock beat Cody Rhodes with his belt that he said he's gonna present to Cody's mother, Mama Rose, at WrestleMania. So we'll see that how that's gonna play out eventually and stuff. Well, the Rock issued the challenge to world champion Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins will meet The Rock and Roman, the Universal Champion, tonight. Well, against their hand-picked opponent, and that was going to be Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa had the job tonight to take down Seth Rollins and making a prime example of him before WrestleMania. And we'll see that tonight. Seth Rollins take on Solo Sikoa later on in the main event, later on tonight. Well, The Rock and Roman Reigns were talking. Roman Reigns said that he's going to induct Paul Heyman into the WWE Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman will be inducted by his person he's managing now, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will be inducting The Rock. Roman Reigns will be inducting Paul Heyman into the WWE Hall of Fame. And Heyman got that blessing from The Rock. So we'll see that coming up. Heyman and stuff. Speaking of The Rock announced on his social media platform that he's going to induct his grandmother, Leia Maivia. Many of you may know who Leia Maivia is. She was a pioneer who started promoting back in the 80s, early 80s, the Hawaiian version of NWA, Polynesian Pro Wrestling. And she was the one that brought Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Rock's father, Soul Man, and everybody else. So Leia Maivia paving the way for a lot of folks. And her grandson, The Rock, will be the one to induct her into the WWE Hall of Fame. As we had told you, Paul Heyman will be inducted. The great boxing champion Muhammad Ali, great women's champion of her time, Bull Nakano, the first tag team champions to compete at WrestleMania, Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, Thunderbolt Patterson. So the Hall of Fame members are complete with Heyman as the main event Hall of Famer. So congratulations to all the Hall of Famers. Well, we get to this action right here that Sami Zayn will be taking on Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn wants to be the one to dethrone Gunther and be the one to win the Intercontinental Championship away from Gunther. Sami Zayn really did put a lot of effort into what he needed to do. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable is training Sami Zayn to be the one to defeat Gunther. Sami Zayn using all his might and his will, even to the point that Gunther came out there to take him down, but Sami Zayn did not have that never say die attitude, didn't want to give up and wanted to fight. He did fight, but he went down. But you can tell this match right here will be a part of WrestleMania. It will be part of WrestleMania Saturday for the Intercontinental Championship. If Sami Zayn can dethrone Gunther and become the new Intercontinental Champion, he's got a long way to go. But Gunther looking forward to defeating Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. So we'll see. Well, we went to this. Ricochet was in action. Ricochet took on Ivar. Ricochet taking down Ivar and what he did tonight. Ricochet making an example of Ivar and beating up Ivar to get the win. Ricochet even pinned Ivar with his strength trainer and put them down. So Ricochet trying to show that his might. I hope to see Ricochet be in a match some sooner rather than later. What's going on with Ricochet? But Ricochet has been impressive as of late. Well, Jay Uso told world champion Seth Rollins that he'll be in his corner tonight when Seth Rollins will take on Solo Sokoa in a Bloodline Rules match. So the Bloodline Rules match is Falls Count Anywhere. Anything goes. And we'll see that match later on tonight. Well, we saw that Lil Wayne will be at WrestleMania. The rapper extraordinaire Lil Wayne, who knows a thing or two about rapping, a million, um Lollipop. You remember those hits and stuff Lil Wayne did. Lil Wayne will be at WrestleMania to debut a new song. So it's gonna be like a hip hop fuse edition of WrestleMania. Lil Wayne will be at WrestleMania. We don't know what Lil Wayne's role is gonna be, but Lil Wayne might be rapping. We might be done with Meek Mill and everybody else. So they're gonna be at a hip hop extravaganza at WrestleMania. Well, the Judgment Day, looking towards a Dirty Dom, maybe siding fences and might be joining El Fantasma. But mommy is not happy about that. That we know that Santos and Dominic will team together to take on the team of Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee at WrestleMania in that tag team match. But we'll see how this is gonna go further. Also, we saw Andrade and all them the Judgment Days being what's his name is being tempted by everybody about the Judgment Day. So we don't know what Dirty Dom will side with at WrestleMania coming forward. We'll see. Well, the women's championship. Speaking of Rhea Ripley, she got into a brawl earlier with Becky Lynch got in a brawl with Rhea Ripley. These two women had their fight at Ariana Grande's MMA studio. We'll talk about what CM Punk was saying. Give you sound bits on what he was talking about a little bit later. But these two women want to beat the holy crap out of each other. It was no holding back. This is the Raw's women's WrestleMania match. These two women want to beat the holy crap out of each other, and they kind of want to do so one way or another. But we'll see. It should be good. A fantastic fight for them to fight WrestleMania Saturday. Well, it's that tension between Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. That could be the tension and stuff between them. But these two women were on the same team. But since Candice has new attitude and new look and stuff, she kind of maybe getting Indy's ready. But I think this is just all a farce. I think so. So we'll see how this is going to go. Damage Control was in action. Damage Control won. All four members of Damage Control will be in action. Io will defend the WWE Women's Championship against Bayley. That's been kind of like a subpar deal. Hasn't been that good with Bayley and everything else. We know that Asuka and Kairi Singh and Dakota Kai will team up in that six-woman tag team match to take on Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. The sisters will be reunited. I'll tell you that right now at WrestleMania. Well, we get to what Drew McIntyre was talking about. Drew McIntyre saying that he has a eulogy to say about CM Punk and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Drew looking forward to winning the world championship away from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got a lot on his plate. Seth Rollins will be distracted and probably drop the championship to Drew at WrestleMania. So look for what that's going to be between Seth Rollins and Drew at WrestleMania. Well, we had the Bloodline Rules match as Seth Rollins was against Solo, but Cody came out there. Cody tried to help save him until The Rock and Roman came out of nowhere and attacked both Cody and Seth, leaving to their tag team match at WrestleMania Saturday, which that would be the main event. No question about that. But these two will be joining forces. How can you stop this alliance? Is there cracks amongst the system? We don't know yet. We will wait and see how this is going to go between these two men. But these two men are united, and they could be united for the sake of the WWE and the sake of everybody else who comes in between them. So hey, we'll see. All right, that is the Raw Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, let's get to this right quick. Bray Wyatt. I just watched by some of his video. I want to watch majority. I'm gonna watch a little bit more. WWE and Peacock did a docu-series on Bray Wyatt, the life and times of Bray Wyatt, becoming immortal. Bray Wyatt talking about his journey becoming a WWE superstar and stuff. Bray Wyatt was a man of conviction, a man of honor. He passed away this past last August at the age of 37 years old. Man, Bray was 37 years old. He had so much to give, and Bray Wyatt passed away. There was amazing documentary for Bray, and we're getting a little piece that Uncle Howdy may be returning. And, Wyndham, his Bo, his brother, may be returning back. But this tribute to Bray, Bray's memory. Hopefully, Bray is watching up above, being happy about it. Speaking of another docu series, we told you that we showed that he could be Uncle Howdy, so that could be indication. Um, Roman Reigns did his A&E documentary, and it was really good piece. WWE Legends Roman Reigns. Roman talked about his background, his story, about his leukemia, about him, the fans not gravitating to him, and now how he became a bad guy, and the fans like him being a bad guy. So there's a lot to stake upon on that with Roman. Roman said that if he does not win or retain his title, he will retire at WrestleMania. I'm kind of a little bit at ease about that because I don't know. Something has to give at WrestleMania. If Roman does not win, I kind of think something is going to be put at stake. So I hope this is Roman will reconsider on what's going on. So it's a lot of news going on. Um, it was good for Roman and Roman's piece and bits and what he was talking about. But Roman got into the to nitty gritty. I'll say that right there. Um, we also talked about this. This was the explosion right here. CM Punk. CM Punk appeared on the Aaron and Rodney show. CM Punk had a lot to say. Let's hear what he had to say.
I'm mad that you were
now.
there.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about that.
I think the word betrayed was used, and I was just like, all right, man. Like, as a company, you're allowing guys to go on their television show to do things. I went backstage to say hi to friends. It's two completely different things. Like, you know, if you're going to be mad about it, okay.
Anyone from AEW get mad that you were there?
All right, you heard from CM Punk on the Ariel and Ronnie MMA show. He talked about when he visited backstage from when he was in the AEW going to WWE. AEW folks didn't have the issue with that and stuff. CM Punk even had a little bit more to say. Let's hear what he had to say.
I asked him if he wanted to talk on the phone, and he said, no, I would actually rather I would just like to FaceTime you so I can see you. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, you know. And we just talked about a whole lot of stuff, and about, you know, stuff that was at one point serious to probably both of us that is like silly now. And we just kind of laughed and buried a hatchet. And then we started talking business. And I was like, man, this is like Thanksgiving. I don't want to bother you. You're with your girls. Like, you know, we can talk about it later. But then I was just like, oh, well, Friday, and then the show's Saturday. It all got done very, very fast. My lawyer was not stoked to be working OT on Thanksgiving, but he gets paid handsomely. So I asked him if he wanted to talk.
CM Punk talked about right there how Triple H wanted him back in the fold, and after Thanksgiving, I think that was the Thanksgiving before, a couple of days before Survivor Series. CM Punk just came back. CM Punk even talked about Mr. McMahon on his brief appearance watching with Mr. McMahon. Let's take a look on that.
I mean, how do you feel? There's no positivity there. You know, there's very much I didn't read all the allegations. I read text messages, and I went, "Oh, fuck this! Like, what? It's indefensible, you know." And I think, you know, doing this, I'd imagined I was going to be asked about it, you know, and I think the easiest thing for people to do is to kind of ignore it or avoid it. But man, it's there, and my initial first thing out of my mouth was, I'm kind of shocked at how dumb he was, like writing stuff down and leaving that paper trail, and it's horrific. And I'm not, like, I think at this point, all the energy should be used to somehow, I don't even know if you can make reparations or amends, but there's victims here, you know? So, like, what CM Punk thinks about Vince and the CM Punk Vince relationship doesn't fucking mean anything. All that stuff takes a back seat. I'm more concerned about, like, going forward, how do those people survive after suffering all that trauma? My biggest concern, you know? I mean, how do you feel?
All right, you heard about CM Punk, about the Mr. McMahon recent allegations about him being filed by Janelle Grant about the SA accused Janelle Grant accused Mr. McMahon of doing to her, which is horrifying and graphic. Well, CM Punk said he had a brief visit with Mr. McMahon in the new WWE gym and saying it was kind of odd. Let's see what CM Punk had to say.
I saw him at the Towers, because again, everything happened so fast. So Monday before Thanksgiving, get a phone call. Oh, we realize we can do this, and I was just and you know, and again, Nick Khan. Hey man, if it doesn't happen by Saturday, you know, Royal Rumble, and I was like, Nick, I don't want to give away any leverage in negotiation, but Saturday's the business, like that. It has to happen. You know, so hammering out a deal, Saturday debut, Sunday I'm at home and I'm like, man, this is strange. I don't know what we're doing, where this is going, but it feels right. And then I get a call, oh, hey, we should probably get you travel to TV. We're in Nashville. So I fly to Nashville. I think I went home and I can't remember where I flew from there, but it was a SmackDown. And that night they were just like, do you want to come on the jet? You do NXT? And I just went, yeah, sounds great. So we're flying by the seat of our pants. We're doing all this stuff real last minute. And I had a carry-on, so I didn't have any clothes. So, you know, as long as you guys find me a place to do my laundry, I need a gym, I got to work out. You know, we'll give you a tour of the new Towers. You know, you come to the gym. Oh, great. It's always a badass gym. Everything was state-of-the-art, and I was in there, and I was on the phone on a treadmill warming up, and Vince's trainer's like, hey, he's like, you got to get off the phone. Vince doesn't like it when people are on the phone and you're in the gym. And I was on the phone with Nick. I was just kind of like, oh, okay,
yeah,
all right, you know. And then I saw him walking down into the gym. He came in for his daily workout. Yeah.
And what was that like?
He gave me a big hug. He said, welcome home. Good to see you. Let's connect after I work out. And I was like, all right. Haven't seen him since.
You didn't connect?
No. I think some stuff came up, Ariel.
Oh, I thought maybe literally like an hour later. I didn't know if he was like, come up to the office and let's have a tete-a-tete.
No, I had to go. Okay. I had to like work out and.
Is that the only conversation that you've had with him since returning? Wow.
Yeah.
The last few months, at any point did you have a face-to-face with Vince?
All right, you heard from CM Punk on the Ariana Hawani show about he had his brief run-in with Mr. McMahon after the recent allegations against him by Janelle Grant in the lawsuit and stuff. Vince McMahon had to get forced out of his own company that he used to own. So we'll get to that. We know that coming up Wednesday, where everyone knows Tony Khan, CM Punk did not sugarcoat nothing. He didn't hold back for nothing. We'll have down the AEW Dynamite Ring report this Wednesday what CM Punk had to say about Tony Khan It's kind of out there, but we're gonna dissect it as we go. But we want to dissect the WWE stuff on the WWE Ring Report on here on the Raw Ring Report. There's a lot going on with that. Tony Khan, you won't believe CM Punk had to say about Tony Khan, the Young Bucks, how AEW as a business. It was just mind blowing to hear and stuff. So we'll get to that coming up. Okay, we're gonna end that right here. We told you this week is the March to WrestleMania week here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We did the Raw Ring Report. Tomorrow will be the NXT Ring Report after show, the SmackDown Ring Report after show this Friday, the predicted outcomes in reviews for WrestleMania and Stand Deliver for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania with the predicted outcome in reviews and Stand Deliver. And Stand Deliver will have the review of Stand Deliver with the WrestleMania night 1 review as well. A lot going on. This is the week to WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania starts. And we're going to march to WrestleMania here on the Pro Wrestling Show. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying so long, we're going to leave you with this stunning moment right here. The Rock and Roman Reigns standing tall with their trophies. The Rock with with Cody's belt and The Rock and Roman with a championship belt. A lot going on for here. So me being Kendra Dix saying so long. Thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you.